All I want is the mint medley. How am I supposed to get the mint medley? Guess you gotta improvise. Yep. Alright. Let's go do some stuff. Cleo. It's time to get up and exercise. You need this. Look at all this extra skin. You have a lot. You really need to get up. Alright. Okay, good. Greetings, folks. Welcome back to the Tractorfella channel, where we know nothing about tractors. On today's episode, we're going to take this... What? Oh, you want to know where the Suburban is? Yeah, here, let me show you. Yeah, nice. That's what happens when you're on the freeway and you're in the off-ramp, slowing down because it's an off-ramp, and someone cuts across a bunch of lanes of traffic at a high rate of speed, not paying attention, and plows into the rear end of your vehicle while your wife is driving. Again, super good luck. Super good luck. He hit her so hard that it sent her across a bunch of lanes of traffic doing spins on dry pavement. She thought she was going to roll and die. So, there's vehicle number 2. So what do we have to do today? Oh, that's funny. You can see the frequency at which the light runs, flickering in the camera. Very nice. This intermittently works and doesn't work. The other day we were driving home. Someone was following us, a friend of ours, and said, hey, just to let you know, your right halo is out. So I did some research, and we're going to have a good old time fixing it. Should be interesting. Traffic. And here's item number 2. That little guy is supposed to go right up there to that little guy. They were able to apparently fix one. It looks like they used adhesive on this one. So we're going to do the actual soldering method. Some of you may be cringing, but I've watched a few different people do it online, and it works out pretty well. And no, the glass shouldn't shatter. So if it does... Well, I guess we know the auto tailgate function works. I'm glad we figured that out before I started soldering. In order to do this, we need to remove the taillight. And in order to do that, we are going to move the rubber molding to the inside of this plastic cover, as you can see. You want to pull it straight out, like so. There's your clips. Clip, hole, clip, hole, clip, hole. Step 2, need a T15 for these 2 little Torx bits right here. I do not own a T15. However, this 3/32 Allen head will sometimes work as long as they're not overly tight. Cross your fingers. Oh yeah, there we go. Make do with what you got, right? Right. Now we pull straight back. There we go. Anybody else just notice a piece of wood in here? Why would there be a piece of plywood jammed in the plastic? Is that a traffic? Is this supposed to be a shim? Make it fit nice? Okay. Well, that's interesting. This clip should just pop up. Make sure you put your finger over top of it so you don't fire it across your driveway and never find it again. Because that would be something I would do. That breeze feels great on the fingers. Okay, here's your backup light. Unlock it counterclockwise. Holy smokes, that's on there. There we go. And then pull off your main harness for the rest of the bulbs. You gotta squeeze the super annoying, unpleasant finger, painful, inducing little connector there. Okay, there we go. So here's where things start to get a little sketchy for me. We're actually going to cut into the light housing to get to a connection that we hope is broken. If it's not broken, well, we'll see. From what I understand, starting at this engagement pin here, you count down 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. And then we're going to cut into the plastic right along here to find our most likely broken connection. There's also a second spot we're going to cut, which is up here and into this spot, this general vicinity here. So let's start with the first one and see how that goes. The other gentleman used a Swiss Army knife and a heat gun to make a plastic cutting device. We're going to try to use the Altern for this today. If you haven't seen the review, I'll try to put a little beep boop up there somewhere. You can have a look. That's if it shows up. I feel like half the time it doesn't even work. Anyway, we'll go ahead and use our plastic cutting tip and see what we can do. All right, wish me luck. Let's open a window for ventilation on this nice chilly day. Actually, it's fairly unseasonably warm right now. Okay. Said you don't want to cut too deep. Yeah, Titan. Everyone knows you want to play. I can see red, so I made it through in most spots. Let's see if we can pop that out. You know what? Let's use our brain here. Ah, well, look who just used that smarts button. The smarts are active. Okay, so we need a little more on the right side. We need a little more on the back side. Hot? Not hot. There we go. Okay, well, learned something new. When you're prying up with your screwdriver, don't pry underneath the metal, because that doesn't end well for the metal. But I think we'll be okay. We'll just have more spots to solder. Yay. Sometimes you learn things the hard way, and I do it a lot. Most important tool in the garage. Let's bend this little guy back to where it needs to be. Okay, that should work. Alright, so we're going to have to solder essentially from here to here, since I broke it, and this was the original crack most likely, right up here in this general vicinity. So we'll have to go from here to there as well. Okay, let's tin the tip. Oh, yep, there we go. A little too much tin there. Essentially what I'm doing is we're going to bridge that gap with some stranded wire. There we go. We have, in essence, tinned the tip. Now I know why they call these roach clips. Yeah! I'm funny. Copper hot, and feed it right on there. Hold your breath. Wish me luck. I think this wire is entirely too large, if I do say so myself. Come on, please. There we go. Well, this is going swimmingly. You should really do your own repairs. Fix your own stuff. It'll save you a lot of money. We're going to bridge this gap with this little guy. Oh boy, is that just glorious looking or what? Well, I don't think it's ever coming off of there. I also don't think that plastic piece is going back on either. All right, so time to chuckle, but not chuckle. So I took everything back off because I freaked out, because when I went back over there, if I actually completed this bar, it would shut off. It would shut everything off from here up. If I removed this bar from the circuit, then everything works as it should. So if I had to guess, I've been looking at other YouTubers' videos trying to understand what the heck I did. I don't think this is supposed to bridge this. I think it's just supposed to be this guy right here in the middle. But I already have both of these bridged, and I think I'm just going to rip out that middle piece. Apparently I found a way to make it work with... I don't know. Don't do this. Don't do it this way. There's about 13 other good quality videos out there. This is not one of them. I'm going to get back to it. You've seen me solder. I suck at it, so I'll solder and bring you back. Okay, there you go. I bridged those gaps instead of the middle one. Now watch. It's not going to work. All right, let's try it out. Sorry about the wind noise. All right, cross your fingers. Thanks, Titan. You're a good, helpful boy. Okay, we have left, we have right. They're both flickering in the camera. Good thing I'm in the sun right now. Okay, we have blinkers. We have brake lights. Again, there's the finalized product. It's not the most pretty thing, but it's gonna work. I do not feel like checking the connection down here. That is also the most commonly broken one. Maybe we'll do that another day. But for now, it works. And we're just gonna leave it alone. All right, let's put that little cap back on. Boy, what an exciting day it's been. Just all the thrills. I think that's it. I'm going to start by just smoothing things out, and then we'll use some plastic filler to get the rest. Don't really care if it looks pretty, because nobody's ever going to see it. Boy, I may not even need any plastic filler. What a handy tool. I'm glad I invested in that. Not that it was extraordinarily expensive, but that is great. Let's do the double check with the light test. Alright, I'm currently shining through the back of the lens. I do not see any light coming through anywhere. Structural test. Oh geez, that's in there. That's in there good. I thought about putting JB Weld on there, but I'm not even going to do that. Cool. Let's throw it back on the car. Alright, so the butt is in the garage. That lens is reinstalled. Just do the opposite of what we did to uninstall it. I cleaned them both with some simple garlic solution. Now let's see how they work. Oh yeah. Like brand new. Let's do these in slow motion and look at the frequency. This should be fun. Brake lights, also a success. All right, on to the next. On to the back. So here's our clip. And I believe you push on this little guy here in some way, shape, or form. Yep, there we go. Popped out. Let's go clean that up. Let's take a little sandpaper. And yes, I'm using a fairly aggressive sandpaper because I want to make scratches for the solder to sink into. It's 100 grit. I'm sure most of you know how to use sandpaper, so you probably don't need to watch this part, but do they actually rub away part of the conductive material? It kind of looks like it. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to clean this up very much, because it looks like they wiped off part of the conductor. Very gently clean up this area. So what I learned about this one is pretty much the same thing. Apply the solder to these little guys first. And there's a blob. And there's a blob. Focus, please. Thank you. All right, folks. Cross your fingers the glass doesn't explode. And we're just gonna put it up here. And we're gonna just press down and hope for the best. That freaked me out. I heard a ting. Nope. Try again. Well, I don't know where it stuck and where it didn't. Oh. It's like I need to hold the middle because both sides heat up so quick. Some of the solder I see squeezed out. I mean, that should be it, right? Are we on there? Oh. Alright, let's try this again. So I'll just move it over here a bit, and we'll try again. And it's go. Round 37. Here we go. Well, that was fast. Let's see if it holds. Not even close. Alright, well, I quit. That ended poorly. I don't know if there's maybe not enough material left on the glass, or maybe it's the fact that it's cold out here and the glass is cooling quicker than the metal, causing the two to separate. I don't know, but at least we got the taillight fixed. Well, that was a super boring episode, if I do say so myself. Let's fast forward about 3 or 4 weeks. Hi, puppies. And supposedly we're going to have a snowpocalypse today. 50-mile-per-hour winds, lots of snow. Whoa! It's a little slick out here. So let's go get prepared and bring the snowblower up to the driveway. Because you know how it goes. If you're prepared, then you won't actually have to use your device. Like an umbrella. You're bringing an umbrella for a rainy day, right? There's a possibility it won't rain, because you're prepared. Fuel! And I hear horses. And don't forget, when your machine's been sitting a long time, give it the rewind. Oh, wait, we're already on the backside. Oh, perfect. It's just ready to go. Choke. Ignish. Well, the needle moves. We have some charge. Brake. Cross your fingers. Oh no, it's so dead it's not even gonna crank. How reliably unreliable. I think it's the stupid solenoid on the side that then goes down to the starter. Sometimes if you kick it at the same time... Oh, now it's not doing anything. That's what I get for treating it like a... Well, off we go to get the jump pack. You want to come? Okay. All right, let's go. Let's get her fired up. You know the routine. Death mode. Hot. Not hot. Do we have fuel? We have fuel. You guys okay? Try again. Not willing. There we go. I'd like to be able to start this later without using the jumper pack. Dinosaur charger. Amps. All right, folks. That's it for this super exciting, thrilling Thanks for joining. Maybe we'll throw in some bonus footage of snow blowing. Pretty exciting. It has arrived. The snowpocalypse is here. Let's go feed some horses. All right. Oh, that was a hard hitter. Oh, no. Look out. 2 for right now. And I'm gonna get 2 for tomorrow. This is like Titan and Hercules' favorite part of the day for whatever reason.
Guess it's because you get to go out with Dad, huh? Get to go feed some horsies with Dad? Okay, glowing eyes.
This will be short-lived using the one-handed method, but off we go. Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna roll over. Okay. Oh, right in the face. Oh, I forgot my knife. Oh, it is pretty when it sticks to the trees like this. Yeah. Help me push, folks. Help me push. I have to turn on some image stabilization for this. Oh my goodness, little pony's excited. I told my wife when we were looking for a house, one of my criteria is it must have a fireplace. Because I grew up having fires at Christmas and stuff like that. Hay in my mouth. And what happens? We find this place. It has dual chimneys, and all wood burning apparatuses have been removed. Very disappointing. But someday, folks, someday, I will have a fireplace. Well, Snowpocalypse has concluded for the most part. We got about 5 inches. Yeah, not a whole lot. I'm going to go ahead and let this sit overnight because it will help it cool off, get cold and crusty instead of being wet and heavy. That'll make it easier to blow. So, all right, see you in the morning. It is the next day. Welcome back, folks. We survived the night of the Snowpocalypse. Lots and lots of little branches down. Lots of branches down. Got this little guy here trying to cause problems. That's not so little. I've said it before, I love the canopy that all these oak make, but they all snuff each other out, and all the lower branches have pretty much died and are falling down over the years. All right, I'll bring you back if I find anything else super. Oh, geez. Well, there you go. The top broke out of that one over there. So, might have to address that, although there's no impending danger from it. It was beautiful last night. I'll tell you what. You can tell which way the wind blows. All the sides of the trees are painted, and all the sides of the trees are clear. Which is weird, because the wind typically does not blow from that direction. What you got there, Gimpy? Oh, what do you know? A stick. You have a stick? Yeah. Got a little more damage over here. Whoopsies. Just broke the top right off. Broke a couple of birch branches. I feel like that birch was taller. Yeah, it definitely was taller. The top broke out of it. These things were leaning over so... Okay, Titan. Nice job. Oh my gosh. These birch were leaning over so hard yesterday they were touching the driveway. I came out here with a shovel and started smacking them around. Anyway, looks like we're in the clear other than that. Definitely a good choice of clothing to do that. Yeah, the fiberglass post broke. I'll just find some stiff piece of metal or other and wrap some tape around it and we'll call it a day. Fetch. Fetch it up. Fetch it up. I don't want it. I don't want it, Titan. Alright, just for you. It's 5 o'clock at night, 5:30 at night. You can see the snow is no longer sticky. Now it's all fluffy. So, let's go ahead and see if we can knock this out. Thrill you all to death with snow blowing. Protect those ears. Alright, cross your fingers. We are done. And that was a little painful. I was getting seriously angry because one half was constantly clogging. And I was asking myself, why in the world is only one half getting clogged up and the other half, excuse me, is completely fine? Well, and then I was cleaning it out and I was like, oh, well, what do you know? That's that. The shear pin broke. I must have hit something. You can see right there. Probably a chunk of ice. But funny story. So when I got this, the shear pins were so tight that it actually crushed the outer metal onto the inner shaft. And so in the entire time that I owned this, I never ever broke a shear pin. It was because they were way too tight. I hit a rolled up newspaper one time and it stalled the engine. It didn't break any pins. It stalled the engine right out. So, yeah, I addressed that issue. Maybe I should have just left it the way it was. Oh, well. Safety first, right? All right. As always, if you find yourself super bored and super desperate, which applies in this instance, to watch something on YouTube, I'm your guy. Knuckles!